everyone, this is Stephen Balch, your instructor for Introduction to Macroeconomics at Ozarka College. Today what I'm going to do is give you just a little bit of feedback on the chapters 15 and 16 activities that I finished grading this morning. And then I'm going to remind you what we've got coming up due for chapters 17 and 18. All right, so the first thing is, like I said, I did finish grading the chapters 15 and 16 activities this morning. Go ahead when you get a chance and look at your grade for those activities and read the corresponding grading comments and let me know if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. Overall, most of you did well on the chapters 15 and 16 activities. There were a couple of students that didn't turn in the activities for some reason. So if you're having some problems or issues that I need to know about, just let me know, and I'll be willing to work with you. But the main thing is just to make sure that you log in to Ozarka on a regular basis and remind yourself of things that are coming up due. All right. I also noticed on the assignment there were a few of you that didn't fully answer each part of each question. Just remember that you need to carefully read each part of each question carefully and make sure that you're fully answering, completely answering each part of each question, okay? But other than that, everybody seemed to do pretty well on the chapters 15 and 16 assignment. Most of you did well on the discussion. Of course, if you'll remember, the discussion that we had was about payday loans, which basically follows along with exactly what we were learning about in chapters 15 and 16 as far as interest rates and various other macroeconomic issues that come into play when we look at payday loans. And so most of you did provide some really good information on the discussion board. So I really appreciate that. So keep up the good work on that. So yeah, overall, most of you did well on those chapters 15 and 16 activities, with just those few exceptions that I talked about. And that brings us to what we've got coming up due for our next set of activities. So if we go to the activities page in Ozarka, right now we are on the middle of week 14, okay? And we don't have anything else due this week since we just had work due last night. But we do have work due next week. And specifically, we have chapters 17 and 18 activities due by Thursday, April 25th. So you've got just a little bit over a week to be working on those activities and get those submitted. Chapter 17, by the way, deals with international trade and exports, imports, comparative advantage, and specialization as it relates to international trade. And if you remember from early in the semester, one of the main concepts that we learned about in economics in those first 4 chapters was this concept of comparative advantage and specialization, and how it enhances trade or makes trade more effective and efficient. And so what we'll do in this chapter is look at how that comparative advantage and specialization, how those concepts relate to international trade. Also in chapter 17, you'll learn about trade restrictions, trade barriers, and then towards the end of the chapter, you will learn about some of the arguments for trade restrictions. 2 of the main types of trade restrictions are tariffs and quotas, and so you'll learn about those. And there are some valid reasons to have trade restrictions to help domestic industries, but you'll learn about a lot of the arguments for those trade restrictions, okay? And then And actually, our discussion will relate to this directly as well, those trade restrictions. And then Chapter 18 covers international finance. Things like balance of payments, trade balance, trade deficits and surpluses, foreign exchange rates and markets. And then finally, at the end of the Chapter 18, you will learn about the international monetary system. All right, so that's Chapter 17 and 18. Again, those activities are due by Thursday of next week, which is April 25th. All right, you'll notice on the activities page, we're getting very, very close to the end of the semester here. We've just got a few weeks left, so just keep working hard, and we'll be done here in just a few weeks here. And just remember, as you're working on the activities for Chapter 17 and 18, just remember to use all the learning resources that are available to you. Let me know if you have any questions. And that's really all I have for you for today. So enjoy the rest of your week and your weekend. And I will talk to you again sometime later next week. Thank you.